Luke wants to do something.
What does he want to do?
What does Luke want to do? Well, he wants to meet with Scott.
Does he want to meet Scott?
Does he want to meet with Scott? Yes, he wants to meet with Scott.
Why does he want to meet with Scott?
Why does he want to meet with Scott? Well, he wants to meet with Scott to discuss ways to reduce expenses for their company. Luke thinks the meeting will be quite long.
Does Luke think the meeting will be quite long?
Does Luke think the meeting will be quite long? Yes, he thinks the meeting will be quite long.
How long does he think the meeting will be?
How long does he think the meeting will be? Well, he thinks the meeting will be about 3 hours.
Does he think the meeting will...
Scott doesn't have time for meetings this week.
Does Scott have time for meetings this week?
Does Scott have time for meetings this week? No, he doesn't have time for meetings this week.
Why does he have time for meetings this week?
Why doesn't he have time for meetings this week? Well, it's because he just got back to work after being sick for a few days, so he has a lot of tasks to complete. The meeting between Luke and Scott won't take place this week.
No, it wants Scott... Will the meeting between Luke and Scott take place
Will the
this
meeting
week?
between Luke and Scott take place this week? No, it won't. Scott is very busy this week, so the meeting will take place later.
When will the meeting take place?
When will the meeting take place? Well, the meeting will take place next week.
The meeting,
The meeting will take place next week instead of this week.
Will the meeting between Luke and Scott take place this week?
Will the meeting take place next week instead of this week? Yes, that's correct. The meeting will take place next week instead of this week. Why?